What's good, sports gamers? Looking at player ratings in sports titles is always interesting, despite knowing there are so many things that go into a single overall rating. Being, let's say, an 84 instead of an 83, or one of your team's players having the same rating as lesser competition is serious business. And when there are two basketball games on the market to compare ratings, we gotta do it. So let's check out some of the biggest differences in player ratings between NBA Live and NBA 2K19. So let's get it.
#1 source for the sports gamer.
First off, we got Avery Bradley. He goes from an 82 overall in NBA Live 19 to a 77 in 2K19. That 77 will place him 4th on the highest overalls on the Clippers and among the Kent Bazemores, Wesley Matthews, and Gerald Greens of the world, where an 82 will compare him to Lou Will and D'Angelo Russell. I feel 2K downgraded him too much just by the caliber of players he's surrounded by with similar ratings in 2K compared to Live. I know Bradley was hurt last year, but I feel he's better than the 77 he received. Next, we look at Trae Young. Young starts Live 19 with the 3rd highest rookie rating in the game at an 81, which will give him the highest rating on the Atlanta Hawks. Now, unless you're a generational talent, I don't care how bad the team is, and the Hawks are pretty bad. Not just any top 10 pick should come in and have the highest rating. But in 2K, they toned down the love just a bit, and he begins at a 77, which is a more favorable 4th on the team and in the company of Alfred Payton and Fred VanVleet. I did notice compare ratings that Live definitely seems to treat rookies more favorable in the overall department. Next is Rodney Hood. Now we got two versions of Rodney Hood here. The NBA Live version at an 80 who still believes he's the guy on the Jazz pre-Mitchell who many believe will take the next step in his development, and as a result has the 3rd highest rating on the Cavs. And then there's the 2K 75 overall who wouldn't come into a game because he was shook. The man went from maybe taking over for Gordon Hayward to being the same rating as Kyle Korver and two irrational confident shooters in Marco Bellinelli and J.R. Smith. Dang. Now for MCW. I had to scroll down really far to find this dude on 2K. I can't believe I actually thought he was a core piece on the Sixers once upon a time. Hey, we all have our mistakes. Anyways, Carter Williams goes from the serviceable bench-worthy 75 overall in Live to probably cut during the season will stay in free agency forever 69 overall he has in 2K. Next up is Dwight Howard. It basically comes down to him being higher than Otto Porter in one game and not in the other. His 85 overall rating in Live may seem high, but when he's only at 81 in 2K and has the same rating as Vucevic, I'll lean more towards his mid-80s rating. Despite what people think of Dwight, he still puts some numbers yearly to earn such a rating. Now let's talk about the #1 pick in the draft, Deandre Ayton. Ayton starts Live at an 84 overall, and what's messed up is he's only 1 point lower than Devin Booker, who already has been proven to be one of the better scorers in the league. In 2K, he drops to a 79, distancing the space between him and Booker and allowing TJ Warren to grab the 2nd highest rating on the Suns. And now he's among guys like Enes Kanter and Nurkic and certainly has a chance to rise much faster than they do. Next up is Shaun Livingston. What's crazy is Livingston is an 82 in NBA Live 19. I mean, he's a nice backup, but that's kinda high, don't you think? In 2K, he gets downgraded 7 points to a 75, and in the range of guys I feel better matchup with him like TJ McConnell, Derrick Rose, and Raymond Felton. Somebody who works at EA obviously is a relative of Shaun Livingston on that one. Now for Ricky Rubio. Despite dropping 5 overall points between games, he's still the 3rd highest rated player on the Jazz. Now I feel 2K were kinda underrating Rubio here. In Live he's an 84, which I would think is fair. He's in the 82, 83, 84 range. But in 2K he drops all the way to a 79 and in the Rajon Rondo, Rozier, Brogdon territory. I think 2K did Ricky a little dirty here. His two-way play at least deserves to get him to a smooth 80. Now we got Michael Porter Jr. I remember when the ratings came out, and for somebody who barely played in college and might miss a lot of time this upcoming season, giving Porter an 80 was really generous. And 2K seems to agree. They drop him down to a 76 where he compares with guys like Cephalosha and PJ Tucker. I mean, his rating doesn't really matter either way because when I use Denver or play against him in either game, he always gets buckets no matter what. But Live helping in his dominance by giving him a rating I feel he hasn't earned yet makes him that much harder to defend. Seriously, play different and try to stop this dude. And lastly, we got Carmelo Anthony. Much like Rodney Hood, Live believes in the best of players, and 2K will drop you instantly the moment they spot weakness. And Melo was one of the players who got it the worst. He goes from an 84 down to a decent 79, and in the company of Joe Ingles, Bogdanovich, and Robert Covington. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Whenever I play the Rockets, I feel Melo's a way better defender than he has the right to be. They got him stealing passes and not getting bullied in the post, and I think that helps boost up his rating in Live. And 2K doesn't have any of that, and I think I actually nailed what current day Carmelo Anthony should be rated in an NBA game. But what do you guys think? Who do you feel has the more realistic ratings, NBA Live or 2K? Let us know in the comments down below. And stay tuned here at Sports Gamers Online for more NBA content, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching, and be good, y'all.
Why they hate, yeah. Cause we getting paid. Yeah, hold away, getting to the cake. I've been getting to the cake, yeah. Can't relate, lost it in the state. I just let them marinate, yeah. Swear we turned up in this. I'm out here getting